Okay, a few videos back, I went ahead and made this video, the JBL versus Pivco versus DIY speakers video. That was quite good, and without even noticing, if I hit on most popular videos, you tend on blowing it up. Yeah, you blew up that video. It has got 255 views. 255 views. That is not normal. And that is JBL versus Pivco versus DIY speakers. And it had the trash speaker project in it, and it had the Pivco speaker, and then obviously it had the JBL Flip 7 in it. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and compare these three little tiny speakers as well. We have got the JBL Go 4. We've also got an Amazon branded speaker that is only was £12.99. This was the JBL Go 4 is £32.99. And then we have the speaker that doesn't even cost anything. You can build this yourself. You don't even need anything. This cost me nothing. This was basically free because I had all the parts already. Can I make a speaker out of trash? Let's find out now. So yeah, episode 1. Okay, so let's see, what can I use in here? Pringle pot? Nah. Bottle? No, I need something small. Aha! And that's something I can use. A blueberry pot. Oh yeah. But first things first, we have to trim off all the edges that is relevant, and then cut the thing to the right measurement that we want like the speaker to be at. Okay, and just like that. There we go. Then the next task was to try and actually cover up the damn hole, so and then feed the speakers through that damn hole, and also, and then that means that they actually have a place to go in the project, and also, yeah. Then, because of the fact it was made out of plastic, I easily went ahead and poured some PVA glue on it, and started to make some paper mache on it, and this is what the ended result was, and all. And then the next task was to actually strengthen up the massive gap that I've left, because of the fact I thought that the paper mache would have solved that, but it didn't. And I'm using a little bit of plastic as a little bit of support, as it's so wobbly and loose, and also, so yeah. Okay, and there we go, just like that. It is now done now, also, yeah. It's crackling. That's not good. And these were meant to go in the Sandbar project, but still. Okay, now we've had a recap on how I built this speaker, as you just saw in the clips and stuff like that. Let's do a comparison test between these three speakers. Does you buying a cheap speaker and that literally costs nothing, does this get louder than the JBL Go 4 and that costs £32.99, or can you cheap out by simply buying a £12.99 speaker from Amazon? I know this is a rectangle speaker and this is not, and that is square and this is also square. Can I do that? I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. But anyway, no. Let's do a sound test. Okay, let's do a bass volume test and then a bass test. That's the same. Oh god, that's a little bit more louder. Oops. Oh yeah, it's JBL time. Yeah, that's louder. Turned it down by choice. Why is that louder, but that's 4.2 watts? We set off into the summer night, and you're never gonna see us again. We will sound, and you're never gonna see what we found. You can hear a difference. Oh well. Jesus Christ. JBL, why? You're telling me it's louder than this thing. It's tiny. God. JBL speakers, honestly. This is only the Go 4 and it's louder than this £12 speaker from Amazon. And this, yeah, this is bigger than this. So you're telling me this speaker is louder, but this is bigger. And then compared to my DIY one, this DIY one basically matches within the principle of this one. But this one gets way more louder than these two, when the wattage for this is like 4.2 watts, this is 5 watts, and then this is 5 or 10 watts. So that's what it said on the listing anyway. I mean, oh look, it says it literally on the bottom. 5 watts. Are you gonna focus? Hello? You're gonna focus? But yeah. 2 5-watt drivers, meaning that this is a total of 10 watts, but I don't use this speaker on Bluetooth mode, no. I always tend on using it in AXL input mode. And then obviously this is Bluetooth, and then obviously this is Bluetooth. So, yeah. Okay, let's do a bass test run now. The speaker is not on chill mode now, it is on custom, which is all the settings are set to bass, so as if this was on bass boost or something like that, but this is a bass test, not a loudness test. We don't need to see how loud it goes, we just need to see how bassy it is, but we know how loud that thing can go, because I think it went too loud, but oh well, it had to be all the exact same volume. These 3 speakers had to be on the same volume, so it had to be at that volume. Alright. Let's start off with this one. Those are really bad speakers though. They're only like 3 watts plugged into a 5 watt thing. Both of them. Okay, what have we learnt in today's video? Well, JBL, no matter what, JBL speakers always rule. Like, this thing actually got incredibly quite loud for its size. And here I thought that this rectangular speaker was going to be even louder than this Go 4. But no, it's not. This Go 4 still went louder than this rectangle speaker. Even though, like, the size don't even matter. This is twice the size, for crying out loud. Like, you could fit 2 of these Go 4s in this size, and it would still be way more louder. And this is, supposedly, I wrote it all on here as well. And if I go to the thingamabob, surprise, surprise, this is actually 5 or 10, this is either 5 watts or 10 watts, this thing, because that is a 5 watt driver. That is also a 5 watt driver. Also, yeah, that's a metal grill. So it has good safety, whilst this That's plastic. And if we have a look at the wattage for that one, then we actually notice that this one is only 4.2 watts. Yeah, it's only 4.2 watts. And then my homemade one is only 5 watts. Yeah, it's only 5 watts. This is only 5 watts. Well, the amp itself is 5 watts, but these 2-inch 3-watt drivers well, yeah, they're 3-watt drivers. But the magnets, this is why I don't really like these subwoofers. Look how tiny that magnet is. Yeah. It's a very, very tiny, small little magnet. Hang on, I'll get a close-up. Like, look how tiny and small that magnet is. I mean, they're both the exact same. But, look. They're tiny magnets. So that is why this speaker has more potential to get even louder than ever, because these are only 3-watt drivers, and look at the state of the magnets. That magnet, tiny. That is tiny. No wonder why. And now you're wondering why this thing didn't really get that much bass in it and actually started to crackle at high volumes, because these two subwoofers are quite bad. But this is the Trash Speaker Project episode 1, and I honestly still think that I did quite a good and impressive good job about this speaker. Honestly, still a good job to this very day. But one thing that I would do though is if you give the exact same amount of, hang on a minute, let me bring it up on here again. View channel, oh, it's 25, and then I'll drag it over into here, and then I'll do it like that. But this is my point of view that I'm going to get at. If you do this video the exact same way that you did this video with 255 views, if this video does the exact same and get in my 250 views, I will change these two subwoofers to way more bigger and more reliable subwoofers, because you can see the magnet is, well, yeah, the magnet is tiny on them, and I've already found some 2-inch 6-watt drivers. Yeah, 2-inch 6-watt drivers, and I think they would look quite nice on here. But I would only upgrade this speaker if this video gets 250 subscribers, 250 views, just like this video. If this video pops off just like this video, then I will gladly update this speaker so then it has more oomph in it, because these will be 2-inch 6-watt drivers instead of being 2-inch 3-watt drivers, and the magnets will be even bigger than the ones on them on here. But yeah, this is a crazy video and I kind of just whipped up anyway, don't know. I mean, it's 3:26 right now, and wouldn't you believe it, it is 3:27 right now, and wouldn't you not believe it, but this video is coming out right now. How I engineered the perfect JBL Party Box Club 120 speaker plus trolley. Speaker trolley setup video. That is going to go live in 3 minutes from now, so I'm going to get myself ready to make sure that that video goes live. I'll go our close up. Here you go. This video is about to go live, if you are wondering. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video about me testing out these 3 speakers, just like how I tested out these 3 speakers as well. And I'll see you in the next one. And like I said, if you do justice to this video, and this video gets to a whopping 250 subscribers, just like 250 views, just like how this one did 255 views, I will personally upgrade this little tiny trash speaker project, so these 2-inch 3-watt drivers will be changed with 2-inch 6-watt drivers. Oh yeah! This thing's gonna go absolutely louder and crazier and have more bass than ever before. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.